One of the rarest recons around, now looks one of the best.
Stay alive. Stay alive. I got to keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together.
In this video, we're going to be checking out my new Springer blaster, which is this Crimson Recon, which I've overhauled myself, and is one hell of a beast. So this is just going to be a mod overview of what I've done to the blaster, what I've added, what I've changed, what I've modified obviously, what I bought for it, how I made it, and just pretty much a general mod overview, so I'm not sure why I went into that much depth. So as usual, we'll start from the front and work our way to the back, then I'll show you some firing and we'll have a happy day. So starting up the front, we have pretty much where all the 3D printed parts come from. So up here I've got a lot of Gavin Fuzzy went into this blaster. This is the Gavin Fuzzy muzzle brake, I'm not sure what it's called. Then we've got his other like Recon barrel extension up the front, as you can see. It works really nice together. And then here we've got his pump grip, which I love the angled pump grip one. And then all the way along the top is his Picatinny rail. So that rail is obviously there for me to mount optics, this sling holder, these M-bus sights, and it just makes the blaster look that much cooler. I really love this pump grip. It is super comfortable to hold on to, prime back and then prime forward again. It's an absolute breeze, and with the giant spring that I have in this, it's really nice to choke up on and prime. I'm thinking about wrapping these in carbon fiber, but everyone's doing that now, so I might not. I also may get the side rails because they do look pretty cool, and we'll add a bit more red into there as well. But I do like the black, it evens out the black throughout the blaster. And then on this side, it's got two side rails, this front muzzle brake piece you could say. I've just got this torch on the side. I've pretty much mounted every single Picatinny attachment that I've got just to see how cool I can get it to look. So it does look pretty sweet in my opinion. So that's pretty much the barrel. Inside the barrel I have my brass running through there. This is a brass breech system. I've got a scar in there, but it definitely needs some tuning. I think it's really holding back the performance. I've definitely got to change the strings out. I think I've got too thick of a string for the power this is putting out. I usually run 0.4 diameter, but I might step it down to 0.1, the lowest you can go, and see how well that works, and then I'll kind of tune my way around that. Besides that, it's pretty much got a full length of 17/32 brass in the front, so it's pretty much a long shot breech put into a ret. But we'll move back onto the actual blaster now, where I can talk about all that stuff. So in here is an absolute powerhouse. It's pretty much a long shot put inside a little retaliator. So I do have the worker expanded plunger tube in here, the metal catch, Orange Modworks metal bolt sled, a brass breech that I did myself, and a worker 12 kilogram spring, and that spring is absolutely amazing. Such a high powered spring. So I was going to run the worker 25 kilogram spring that comes with the Prophecy Type R kit, but unfortunately due to my stock choice that I made, it only allows the plunger rod to come back into it and rest inside rather not the spring. So I'll have to get a different stock to put on the back, but I specially ordered this stock for this blaster, so the 12 kilogram worker spring will definitely do its job. I may upgrade to the new Turf 12.5 kg spring. Rest in peace, Turf. But besides that, I'm happy with the power it's definitely putting out. You wouldn't want too much more of a spring load on an angled foregrip. Your hands tend to get a bit sore after that. You'd want a vertical for that. That's pretty much it for the insides. It's definitely a powerhouse in there. This is the first brass breech I've made myself, and I was quite happy with it really. It didn't take me too long. Just a little bit more of a delicate touch than a standard breech. It's something you want to take your time with and not rush into it, otherwise you're going to get frustrated. May do a how-to on that one. And the top rail on this part of the blaster is actually glued on, so I have glued on the top rail into this, but this isn't going anywhere. I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this blaster for a very long time, and if I ever did sell it, I don't think anyone would try and change it too much because it's already modified, ready to go. and a lot of cutting and dremeling on the inside of this blaster happened. It was kind of like sad to cut it. It was alright. I got over it pretty easy because of the performance that I've got out of it, and that's what I wanted. You can't, sometimes it's, you know, get in there, cut it open. These blasters were made to be used, and I'm definitely going to be using this a lot. This blaster is also going to primarily run off Stefan mags, because Stefans are a whole lot more accurate, and I definitely want this for NIC grade skirmishes. This kind of replaces Spamfest. Definitely gets the same velocities as Spamfest out of a much smaller, compact, tougher, and just like a much sleeker profile blaster. I'm just really happy with it. It's so cool. But Spamfest is not going anywhere. That blaster has been with me for a long time. I've definitely got some sweet war footage on my channel of it as well. Link in the description if you're going to check out my war footage. But this will also be in some upcoming war footage as well. And then moving to the back, we've just got the buffer tube stock. So it's just your general buffer tube stock, you know, 2-part, so I can put on any other like stock part I want. This tube just goes in like that. This is the worker buffer tube adapter. This is also the worker buffer tube stock, so if you just push down like that, it will fold around, which is quite nice and compact. And if you want to go full on CQB 3 houses, but I'm absolutely in love with this thing. It's an absolute powerhouse. Definitely it's a little bit more tuning to get it up to how I want the blaster to be performing. Some of the darts that come out of it, you will see, don't go too far, but then some shots will be hitting pretty damn hard. So a little bit of tuning is necessary, but with that, let's shoot you off to the firing demonstration. But with that, guys, there's not much left to talk about it. Very rare blaster. You don't find too many Crimson Recons, and you don't find them in this state at all. So definitely very happy with the build. I'm glad I got a Crimson for this as well. I saw it pop up and I'm like, yeah, I'd love a Crimson blaster. And then I was thinking about all the stuff I could do to it and what I've always wanted to do to a Recon or Retaliator. So this is definitely one of my new favorite blasters. This is such an awesome blaster. And now I have both of the most desired Recons, you could say, on the market. Lots of content coming out soon, guys. Just a little side note, I have obviously been away for a little bit. Have been finishing off this blaster. I've got commissions that I'm working on as well, which will bring you guys some more cool content. I've got the Squad Supremacy war footage coming up as well. Be sure to stay tuned for that. I know it might not come out as quickly, but it's a one-man operation over here, and I'm trying to juggle everything else as well. I'm not a dedicated YouTuber. So definitely please be patient, and it will be coming out very soon. But thank you all so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me. We've passed 1,500 subs. We're edging onto 2,000 now, which blows my mind. I'm so happy with that. So thank you all to the new subscribers. Definitely stay tuned for some awesome content like this, and I'll see you in the next one.